What's up, healers? Hope everyone is having an amazing day on purpose. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments. The way you know you're watching the replays when you look up and you don't see that live red box, that means you are watching the replay. If you're new, meaning you've never watched any of our lives before, go ahead and put new in the comments. And if you're watching us live, go ahead and put hashtag HeySK in the comments. My name is Katia Green. This is my lovely wife, Stephanie Green, and we make up HeySK. We are your transformational mentors, also known as the superheroes of self care. We help wounded healers activate their inner superhero, aka the inner child, so they can have a bold, fun, and free life. We also offer this dope merch, empowering merch on our site, the Love Shop, and we also offer publications such as coloring books and journals to help people along their transformational journey. Whether you're beginning or you're just getting started, these are great tools that we offer. So today we are talking about 5 simple self-care tips for soothing your inner child. And I am going to pass it off to my lovely wife Stephanie because she's going to kick this topic off. What tips you got for him, my love?
Yeah, so we're doing 5 simple self-care tips that can soothe your inner child. And so one of the first things I'm going to talk about is meditation. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, meditation. But just know, just like self-care, meditation is not a one-size-fits-all thing. There are different ways to implement meditation. It doesn't always look the same for everyone. But there are plenty of benefits to it for our physical and mental health. But some of those also relate directly back to your inner child work. Children often have a hard time naming uncomfortable emotions, especially when they aren't encouraged to express themselves. They may repress or bury these feelings to avoid punishment or earn praise from caregivers for being good or maintaining control. Meditation helps you practice acknowledging, sitting with your feelings that come up in your life, and it just help you just manage those and kind of like go back to that stage. Because, like I said, kids don't always know how to express these things, and so go back now with your adult mind and as that, what is what happened? Anyways, sorry, my work computer's still up, and I'm like, we do things at the last minute, like people don't take lunch breaks. But anyways, um, so yes, meditation is definitely a key to can be a key to help you unleash your inner child. Sorry. Okay. You want to do the next one too? All right. So the next one, you look like I'm nuts, is to write a letter. Is to write a letter. Um, is to write a letter and start the healing process. We're big on writing a letter to your inner child, and just letting them know it's okay. Ask them how do they feel, how can you support your inner child, and then do those things. Um, what do you need from me, and then do those things to kind of help. Basically, you're talking to your inner child, basically, and you're just kind of like asking your inner child. But it's definitely going to take some self-reflection and some inner work to be able to really do that and really give yourself an answer that's going to be beneficial to you. Which is why a lot of these things are important that you do that with somebody or somebody who can support you during that, and hold you accountable during that time. You can also journal as your inner child. Journaling has a lot of benefits in general, but taking time to journal or express yourself as that repressed child, now that you have words that you can put into maybe what you're feeling, is the first step to like healing and releasing whatever is basically keeping your inner child trapped. I'm a huge one with nostalgia. bringing back the fun of childhood or the things that you enjoy, just to release it. To do things that you enjoyed doing as a kid. Like I've recently been eating like these like oatmeal or whatever, and like some of the flavors bring back a sense of nostalgia, like in an adult way. So like somebody described one of the flavors as like a chocolate cherry. It reminds you of that Tootsie Roll pop, like that cherry Tootsie Roll lollipops you see as a kid. I don't know. I used to eat them a lot as a kid. But it brings like that little bit of like nostalgia that, and a lot of the flavors do that. Like some taste like Fruit Loops. It's just like a way to kind of like indulge your inner child without, all the stuff that comes with it, especially in those instances. Um, just do things that you enjoy and did enjoy, whether that be heck, play video games, or just rekindle yourself with the positive emotions of your youth. Um, whatever the playfulness, think of when you think of kids. Most kids are carefree, and you obviously can't be completely carefree, but just the playfulness and how their positive outlook on life is to go back to things and do things that bring up that in you, and just encourage you to feel those things. And then I'm missing one more. Oh, leave the door open um, for healing. Because healing is not like it's not one dimensional. You're not gonna like go through the healing process, but boom, magic, done, and you're never gonna have to heal again. Because as life progresses, you're gonna you might be triggered. Things might bring up some things that you thought you released. Maybe you did release them, but sometimes it comes up in a new way and it receives feelings that you weren't prepared for. Or you're like, you're looking for this trigger to hit you this way and it comes this way. And so you're like, whoa, I was prepared this way, but I'm a little unprepared for that. So just be mindful to leave the door open just to continue to heal. And just stay in tune with your inner child so you can readjust. It'll give you a better sense of self and boost your confidence and motivation. And I know that's one of the hardest things with, self work is you have to be motivated. And some days you have to even be disciplined to push back when there is no motivation because that's what the healing is. Um, and that's when it's the hardest. It's the easiest for you to just be like, you know what, this made me sad, and rather than work through why and work through the sadness, it's so easy for people to just give up and just sit there and be sad. So oftentimes people say, this was what said yesterday, and I loved it. I mean, paraphrase that, but basically, oftentimes people suffer after traumatic events silently, and their aftermath manifests itself with very loud problems. So if you're finding yourself that your relationships with other people are not healthy, you're finding that you're having issues connecting with people, stuff like that. Just some examples. Maybe your finances are out of whack, you feel overwhelmed because you have poor time management, or you're overwhelmed, you don't know how to say no. These are definitely some steps to kind of help you. I'll roll back the time a little bit to a more simpler time just to help you process what's happening next. Anything you want to add?
Oh, those are good tips.
Thanks.
So make sure if you're watching the replay, go back, take some notes, and write down definitely activating your inner child is what's going to help you get back to you. And maybe you had a great childhood, um, so you might have to go back that far. Wherever you lost you at, get back to those things that people like. Oh, I'm getting back to me. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What were you doing when you were at your best? Like, look at that. And looking at those things that when you were at your best, you're going to have to come across people and things that were the cause of you losing you. That's the one self-care and healing that we don't like to do. It's fun, like looking past, um, looking at the things that made us happy, but some part of that is looking at the people and things that cause you to be in the state that you're currently in. If it's a tough space, um, but that's a part of healing. And I think a lot of people, Facebook and social media has, you know, you see a memory that's not a good memory, like I wish I didn't see that. You can just click, and it goes away and it won't come up again. And we think that that's how life is. So, but these are some great tips. Great tips. That's all I got.
Well,
With that being said, remember you are the designer of your destiny. You control your future. Do something daily to get you closer to your goals. It's your girl KG. I'm the K from SK. It's my lovely wife Stephanie. She's the S from SK. Y'all have an amazing, amazing day on purpose.
bye.